Hey, Commanders List junkies, Silicon Valley Coins fans, and today, fans of the previously done but rarely done Genesis Quarterly. This is John Marburger, the owner and sole proprietor of Silicon Valley Coins, and I'm starting off with this box because with this Genesis Quarterly, this lovely PCGS Rattler box will be coming with it. It's included in the price as a nice little gift, a little squeeze, if you will. And I just wanted to give a quick overview about what we do with the Genesis Quarterly, right? So every once in a while, I will come across a group of coins or maybe even put together a group of coins that you just feel like you can't separate, right? So and I think the last one I did was bust quarters. Like they don't all have to be high power. Like today is super high power. And I know that not everybody is gonna be able to afford these coins, but nonetheless, they match for some reason, whether it's a look and feel of a collection, but they all tend to be the cream of the crop when it comes to even the Commanders List, which is the top 1 or 2% of coins that I come across and buy and sell. These are essentially the top 1 or 2% of that top 1 or 2%. So without getting into the math of that, you are getting the absolute freaking best here. It's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be worth it. And for those that can't afford it, I know you wanna see it because this is one of the coolest deals that I've been able to handle. Definitely top 3 in my numismatic career. I've been doing this for 23 years now. And these coins need to stay together. So I'm not offering them separately. There's one coin that I actually offered last week. But a real quick backstory, took these coins were submitted directly at CAC because it was a combination of just how cool they were. I wanted John to be able to see them together. And also we just didn't want to necessarily have to carry them around, or rather ship them through the mail. We were carrying them around. So man, it was a lot of fun. So that day, this is kind of a mini CAC reveal too. That day we submitted 23 coins, 21 stickered, and 8 of them got gold stickers. So you're getting 6 of those coins today in this Genesis Quarterly. And I don't know, I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. All right, without further ado, here we go, folks. All right, first coin. Let me see if I can zoom in. Well, it looks probably all right. I'm a little zoomed out compared to what I normally am. An $1879.65 gold CAC. Lovely bullseye toning. Blues and purples. Move these other guys down. Coin is pristine, clearly a cameo. This coin would probably dip out 66 plus, maybe 67 DCAM. This is what original proof coinage should look like. By the way, look, it looks like there was probably a dime sitting on this, I would guess. Maybe another coin sitting somewhere on top of it. That's not a proof set look, because normally a proof set, they sit in the velvet kind of face down, like, or reverse down. So this coin probably was not in any sort of a set, but boy did it tone up nice with lovely, try to get some of the colors here. Look at the purples, blues. Lighting is not ideal for showing tone proof dollars, but you're going to get the overall feel of it. All right. Next up, 1884 in 65 gold CAC. Another coin that has frosty devices where it's not toned. You can kind of see that at the angles. Not the same bullseye effect, but just a tiny, like, almost like she's wearing, it's almost like Liberty's wearing a mask right across her eyes, a white mask. Also pretty color, but a little bit more deeply toned than the last. A little bit of target toning on the reverse. It frames the eagle really nicely. Great mirrors. All these coins have such freaking great mirrors. And so for folks that like to grade proofs and like have a hard time explaining how to grade proofs and never seem to get it right, mirrors, 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 right? Always look at the mirrors first and then go and try to look at the hairlines. That's at least how I do it. I think it's very important to grade proofs that way. Make sure you're grading them under a grading light. You can get bad results when you're grading a proof not under a grading light. They can show lines too or not enough. Obviously, most proofs don't have many ticks because they weren't in circulation, but hairlines do matter, and a lot of people wiped these coins. Not these particular ones, but proof coins. When they sat in the cabinet, they would get dusty. All right, 1886. All these holders, by the way, are completely pristine. This is the only holder that has an issue, and it's just this, the insert is just a little off kilter. Anyway, the coin's freaking gorgeous. Has similar toning, but just in a different rotation than that last one, that 1884. Also just insane mirrors on this coin. Great colors, great look. Reverse has the wings that are kind of untoned, a little bit here. This coin also is a cameo coin if you dipped it. I don't really want to do that. But look at that. Blues, reds, yellows. Freaking fabulous. When I went into CAC, there were 66 gold CACs graded. Now there are 3, so you get an idea that there's some more coming. All right. 1888, 65 gold CAC. This coin has great mirrors too. Much lighter tone, just in the peripheries is it toned. Definitely a cameo coin. This coin would dip out maybe decam. It's got fantastic frost. Reverse is more, it's kind of a dull kind of look. It's the only reverse I don't really particularly care for in any of these. That being said, the mirrors are fantastic. It's not deeply toned. It's just doesn't really have any great color on it. But technically, the coin is every bit a 66 plus decam, at least on the obverse. I can't guarantee how the reverse would dip out, although I have a feeling that it would dip out really nice. All right, you all have seen this one from last week. The very nice 1895. I'll let you go look at the commander's list for what I had to say about that coin last time. That is a lint mark right there, right by the chin. It is not a hairline. All these coins, very, very, very difficult to find hairlines on these coins. You really got to look. Part of it is the toning can tend to hide hairlines, but there really just are not. There's just not many lines. These coins just speak for themselves, so I'm just going to be quiet for a little bit and let you look at this 1895 gold CAC, proof 66 dollar. The only gold CAC graded, and certainly the only Rattler gold CAC that's out there. I think I might have done some research and found one other Rattler 1895, but the bells and whistles on these freaking coins, oh my gosh. They are insane. All right. This 1901 might be my favorite coin. This coin could easily, I didn't price it as a 68, but it's super frosty. That little thing on the cheek right there, do you see it? The line, I'm trying to get it to blink. That is on the holder, by the way. I polished it 3 different times, but I just can't get that little line out. It is not a hairline. This coin is amazing. Hardest mirrors of all the ones that we're looking at here. Another 66 gold CAC. John does not just give gold stickers away on high grade coins. He has to look at these things and be like, oh my gosh. And in fact, he did text me after I dropped the stuff off, and all he said was, wow. Color on this is beautiful. This coin very well might be a 68 decam if it were dipped. I don't think it would lose much of the mirrors and the frost because the toning is relatively light. And for those of you that think that I'm sacrilegious for even suggesting such a thing, I am a coin dealer, and I always look at things through a lens of what is going to sell best while still maintaining numismatic integrity. I love this coin the way it is, but nonetheless, some people would see it a little bit differently. That little line next to E in a pluribus unum, that also is on the holder, by the way. So I don't use hyperbole very much whenever I talk about my lists. I try to be very honest in my opinions, and so I am being equally honest when I say this. And listen closely. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to start with a set of 6 gold CAC Rattler proof Morgans that are absolutely phenomenal in every way, including the key date of proof Morgans and Morgan Dollar series in general. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of in awe, and sometimes I get kind of jaded on coins when you deal in them nonstop. You don't see stuff that's hard to find all the time. And this right here, though, if you're a collector and a true numismatist, you know what you're looking at here. This set is going to be $302,500. It includes all 6 coins and the Rattler box. And with that said, I will see you tomorrow with the normal commanders list. And until then, happy hunting.